Greetings, everyone, and welcome inside Peet Junior High School Gymnasium, where today we bring you 8th grade boys basketball, a rematch of a good matchup from earlier in the basketball season. It's the 8th grade Peet boys hosting the 8th grade Holmes boys basketball team. In white, of course, is the home team, Peet, and the visitors from Holmes in red. So they faced off earlier in the year, a tight game, neck and neck throughout, but by the sounds of things, it was a slow start for Holmes getting out of the gates, and some good three-point shooting by Peet. Got a little bit of separation. They were able to hold on for the victory, but both coaches say this is a game that's going to go down to the wire. Free throws might possibly make the difference. Right out of the gates, the opening tip, the jumper just missing off the mark, no good. That's Jacob Remmer. Now quickly to the other end. This is good, and drawing blood first is Ben Cernet and Holmes. Holmes with the 2-0 lead, 20 seconds into this game. Talking with Peet, they said, hey, we're really going to extend the pressure and try and let our defense win the game. And the Holmes coach, hey, he said the exact same thing. Defense is going to win this basketball game. The equalizer at the other end, and making it a 2-2 ball game here. And dribbling around top of the key is Cernet. Jumper no good. Good offensive rebound. Strong rebound, and the putback underneath is Mike White. And back on top at 4-2 is Holmes. With the basketball is Heth. Now right wing with it is going to be Barnett. Drive, kick, and they're going to back it out, set it up. Minute 15 into the first quarter here. 4-2 is the score. Bounce underneath. Nice pump fake and the baseline jumper. Olendijk knocks it in, and we're tied at 4 apiece. Olendijk, again, not the tallest on the court, but good pump fake. Got the defender in the air, and he made the most of his open shot. The rebound, looking to push it coast to coast. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with Peet. Weimer, the target, racing down the court. Deep three-pointer off the inbounds. Nice looking jumper, just missing. And here comes Holmes. Holmes drives, kicks, swing around pass to White. Now a little floater runner in the lane, no good by Cernet, and it's 4-4. 4 minutes remaining, opening quarter. There's that pump fake again. Shot just missing by Olendijk. And to the other end we go for Holmes. Holmes in transition. Ball tipped away momentarily by Remmer. Pump fake, swatted away, partially blocked there by Lozier. Kale Lozier with good defense, but sticking with it and knocking down the open three from the left wing is Cernet, and now it's 7-4. 7-4 is the lead for Holmes, as Peet looking for some offense here. With the basketball is Weimer. Now back out up top to Olendijk. A good cut underneath to Heth. Now the drive by Lozier. Back up top. A lot of traffic in the paint, but it doesn't matter as Kale Lozier. Nice footwork and touch off the glass. We got ourselves a 1-point ball game. Just under 3 minutes to play, first quarter. Jumper sails long by Alba. And across the half-court line with it is Heth. 7-6. As predicted, a tight matchup here. 8th grade boys basketball. Peet in white hosting Holmes in red. Olendijk tosses it to Heth. Heth fakes right, goes left. Beautiful dish with the dime. And the finish underneath is Kale Lozier. Feed that really set them up offensively, and it's now 8-7, and Pete with the first lead in this basketball game with 2:04 to play. Also the first foul of this basketball game. Checking in is Gil Tabor for Holmes. And inbounding underneath their own hoop with 2 minutes to play first quarter. Personal foul was charged against Josh Olendike. Nice feed, not expecting it though. Jaden Bremeyer with the pass, and now the steal. Here comes Holmes. Holmes working it into the post. Double team was there. A little bit of contact as Tabor caught it underneath. And now McCann starts to penetrate, pulls it back out. $1:30 to go, first quarter, 8-7. Pete with the slightest of leads over their crosstown rival here. 8th grade boys basketball, very strong this season here in Cedar Falls. Both coaches talked about just how good this class is and how good they're going to be as they progress to 9th grade sophomores, juniors, and seniors. This is the first foul charged against Holmes, so 1 foul per team. 70 seconds to play here in the first quarter. To inbound underneath their own hoop is Pete. A big target there is Lozier. A deep three, looked like it was on the mark, but just a little long with Hef. The ball tipped out of bounds. You can see that defense for both teams really at a pretty high level. Pretty intense defense by everyone who's stepping on the court here. No shot clock here in high school or 8th grade basketball, so they could hold for the last shot. They say, no, let's get the points, and let's get them right now. Bryce Alba with the jumper, and it's a seesaw battle here in the last couple minutes with that lead. Right now it's Holmes on top, 9-8. Drive, defender in the air, blocked, got it back. Missed shot underneath, the follow-up no good. Good offensive rebound by Caden Barnett, and now free throws coming by Weimer. Trey Weimer at the line. 27 seconds to go first quarter. First attempt is good. That ties it up at 9 apiece. Saw that nice block there by Holmes, but it's one thing to block it. You got to get the rejection and get control. Both free throws are good by Trey Weimer, and it's back to a lead for Pete. Three-pointer just off the mark. Nice looking shot by Skirl. Jumper no good by Hef. 10 seconds to go. Quickly to the other end we go. Looking up, realizing the clock with Cernet. Down to 2. Needs to make a move, and he does. Shot won't drop. And as expected, a tight one. 10-9 is our score as the teams go to the huddle. As you take a look at the host school, Pete. Mike Clark, the head coach, longtime head coach. He's the gentleman with his back to you in the blue collared shirt. He said, I have been coaching 8th grade boys basketball my entire life, and the talent that both Pete and Holmes have this year, some of the best teams that he's seen. And they're great coachable kids as well. So 10-9 after 1. We'll step away and be back to more. This is Channel 15, Cedar Falls Community Television. We all know that the Cedar Valley is a great place to live and work. And there are many individuals and organizations that are doing their part to improve the quality of life for everyone that calls this their home. On Serving the Valley, we sit down with these service organizations to learn more about different projects and events that need your support. We all need to do our part to help out our community. Tune into Serving the Valley to learn more. All right, we're set to go. Second quarter, 6 minutes on the clock here before intermission. A 10-9 basketball game between Pete and Holmes. In red are the visitors from Holmes. In white, Pete. Big time three-pointer by number 3, Bryce Albaugh. Stepped back, had the confidence, and buried it. And it's back to a 2-point advantage here for Holmes. This game has been either tied or a 1 or 2 point lead for either team. No team with a sizable lead of any sorts in the opening quarter. Coming off a screen, looking, that's Ryan Dunlop. Now the pass, and in traffic, a little bit of contact, a little bit of a blocked shot, and to the other end we go. About 1 minute almost now into the second quarter, a 12-10 ball game. Good quick passes by Holmes. And with it is Cernit. Cernit has a little seam and he gets to the rim. He's fouled. That'll be the second team foul against Pete. It'll be the first personal against Caden Barnett. And to the free throw line we go is Ben Cernit. Ben is set, shot on the way, perfect. Substitution in for Pete. This is Cale Lozier. Cale checks in, and it's a 3-point lead and looking to add to it for Holmes. Cernit knocks them both down. Well, we have seen some incredible free throw shooting by both teams in this game. Watch a lot of college, NBA basketball. There's some terrible free throw shooters out there. Tonight here at the 8th grade level at Cedar Falls, so far some great free throw shooting. And in the game earlier this year, Holmes made about 15 or 16 free throws in the matchup against Pete. And it was Pete making a lot of threes. Three-pointer, ring it up. That is Ryan Dunlop, top of the key. And that pulls Pete within 1 point. He sized it up and he let it fly, knocks it in, and we're back to a 1-point ball game. 4:04 to play before halftime. Drive, realized not a lot of room, not a lot going on there in the paint, as there were 3 Pete defenders all over them, and they reset their half-court offense. With the basketball is Cade McCann, and now here's Bryce Albaugh. Three-pointer, you bet. How about that? The answer, Bryce Albaugh. And it's back to a 4-point lead. What a great, entertaining basketball game. We've seen good defense, some great shooting, some good unselfish team basketball for both Pete and Holmes here at the 8th grade level. 4-point game, faked right, drive left, tough shot, just missing. Good look, and a strong rebound pulled down by Holmes. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. High ball screen, driving off it, Cernit. Baseline jumper, no good, and wanting to push it down the left side of the court. Here's Het. Missing, hard off the back of the rim, and then quickly to the other end we go is Cernit. Drive, kick, 3, quick release, wow! Buries it, money in the bank, as Bryce Albaugh has as quick of a release as I've seen. Looking for the answer, he was open, but Jackson Het can't knock it down, and in the last minute and a half, what had been a 1 or 2 point game has now extended to a 20-point lead, or a 20 to 13 lead here for Holmes. Pete needing to stop the run, needing some points here, needing to get a little momentum heading into the locker room at half. Three-pointer, made his first, missed his second. That's Dunlop. And now trying to add to that 7-point lead. Tough shot in traffic. And misfiring there was Mike White. And here comes Pete, I think they just need to take a deep breath and work extra hard to try and get some points out of this possession here. Dunlop takes one dribble, kicks it off. Bremer, now a three, good! Was this a basketball game or a three-point shooting competition? You tell me. Holy buckets. At the other end, a missed three, but an offensive rebound. Putback's no good. Two good looks for Holmes to build on their 4-point lead. They come up empty. The other end we go. Pump fake, Olendijk buries it. That 7-point lead is dissolved. It is no more. Back to a one-possession ball game with 65 seconds to go. Left wing, three, no good. Cade McCann, a pretty looking shot, but no points. Little runner in the lane, and that's a thing of beauty. As Jackson Heth and Pete down by 7, puts together a 7-0 run in about a minute to tie this thing up. Quick answer, Ben Cernet with about the 14-foot jumper. And now we're back to where we've been the majority of the game, a close 2-point contest. Jackson Heth with it, closely guarded by Ben Cernet. Heth kicks, and now they'll reset. 16 seconds to go before the half. Worst case scenario, Pete trails by 2. Best case scenario, they tie it up or take the lead. Down to 4, deep 3. Well, offensive rebound, put back, just missing for Dunlop. They had 2 good looks, 2 just narrow misses, and we got a 2-point ball game heading into halftime. Don't go anywhere. This is a good one. The battle for 8th grade bragging rights in Cedar Falls. Pete hosting Holmes. Back with more right after this. This is Channel 15, Cedar Falls Community Television. A good ball game here at intermission, 22-20. As Holmes with the 2-point lead, there's a look at head coach Brandon Nelson, 5th year coaching 8th grade boys basketball. He went to Cedar Falls, graduated in 2007, played college football, a couple years at Grandview University, and assisted by UNI practicum Zach Brown. And those guys had a good game plan heading in. They wanted to step up the defense and make it really hard for Pete to get points. And right now it's 22-20. We have seen an entertaining first half, and I'm hopeful we'll see an even more entertaining second half and finish to this in-city rivalry between Holmes and Pete. Good defense, tipping it away in the lane. Quick hands by Jacob Bremer. Throwing on the emergency break. Driving was Josh Olendijk, but you heard those sneakers squeak as he slid a little bit. A rare turnover. That's one thing I'll say about this 8th grade basketball game. Only a couple of turnovers. They're really valuing and protecting the basketball. Not a lot of fouls either. I think there's just 3 total fouls in the first half. That's our first foul of the second half. And it's going to be charged against Jacob Bremer. So it's 22-20. Holmes with the lead. They are in red. Pete with the white uniforms. Little step back jumper. Nice. Nice confidence knocking that in. Ben Cernet, he's had a good, strong first half. You can tell he's one of the leaders of this team. For Holmes. On the high post, good drive, beautiful footwork, can't finish, offensive rebound and put back. Boy, that's a strong, strong move underneath for Trey Weimer. Anticipated, he almost got the steal and picked off the pass. Instead, working it underneath, and a big time move there by Tyler Lobel. 26-22, 4-point lead for Holmes, and a timeout. Timeout called by Pete. And talking with Pete's head coach, Mike Clark, he just couldn't stop talking about how good the talent level is in the metro area here. He said, you know, Waterloo has some great junior high, 8th grade boys basketball teams. Holmes and Pete have some good, talented players. They can shoot the ball well. They're athletic, they play good defense. But the bottom line is, head coach Mike Clark says they're great kids to coach. They listen, they're respectful. And that's why he's excited, not only for this year, but to see what next year when you take Pete and Holmes and combine them, and they're playing together on the 9th grade team. Really promising class here at Cedar Falls. So after the timeout, Pete with the basketball handle, and it's Jackson Heth. Heth directing the O. Underneath, this is Weimer. Almost picked away. Nice anticipation by Bryce Albaugh. Got in the passing lanes, got his tiger paw on it, tipped it out, but it was last touched by Holmes. Look how tight a quarters we have in this gymnasium. Pretty much sitting on the lap of one of his classmates. Good job by Jacob Remmert to get it in. Standing room only for this basketball game between Pete and Holmes. Knocking it down from the outside. Jackson Heth buries the three from the far corner. We got a 1-point ball game. Block shot. Into the lane, Remmert swats it away. Deep three. Goes long, and the rebound pulled down by Cernan. 26-25 our score. Tough shot over a defender. And making good on that post move, Michael White goes by both. And it's now 28-25, 3:05 to play here in the third quarter. My prediction, this game's going to be decided by 5 points or less, especially at the rate we're going here. Nice dribbling, good idea, the pass off the mark, but a good save by Loescher. Baseline jumper, no good. Crash in the boards is Remmert, and pulling it down is Holmes. Cade McCann. In between the circles, no good. He knew it wasn't going to be good. He followed his own shot as Bryce Albaugh knew it was off the mark, but couldn't come down with the offensive rebound. Now a couple subs in. One of them, Gil Tabor. Not sure who the other one was for Holmes, or for Pete, but it's 28-25, 2.5 to play here in the third period. Olendyke, he's made a couple threes in this game. He just needs an inch and he can hit the shot. Ball tipped out of bounds, a rare turnover, but it will stay. Now the officials say it will stay with Pete. They inbound it, an open lane, now contact and free throws coming. What an aggressive move as he caught it out behind the arc. Jackson Heth, and just immediately put the ball on the court, took it to the rim, and drew the contact. 2 free throws coming. First one is no good. Free throws might be the difference in this game here with how tight it's been. Second and final free throw also no good. Almost an offensive rebound, but 2 players for Pete collide. You gotta love the hustle. You can't fault the hustle one bit. But Loescher and I believe Stoles collide, and it's tipped out, and it's Holmes basketball. What a fancy move in the paint, little runner. One-handed jump shot there by Pete, and that's needed as Cade McCann for Holmes with that basket makes it a 5-point ball game with 1 minute and 49 seconds to play. It was Pete getting the victory last time these two teams faced off. There you see inside the huddle of Holmes. They got to be feeling good with it being a 5-point game right now and them in the driver's seat with the advantage. Some different personnel. As Holmes plays about 8 players and Pete plays about 9 or 10. This is the A game. There are a couple of other games that will follow after this, but this is the one we'll be televising here. And the reason why Cedar Falls Community Television likes to broadcast these 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade games is that you, the viewer, can get an idea of, hey, what's coming up the pipeline? What does the next wave, the future of Cedar Falls basketball look like at the varsity level? Now, it might take a year or 2 or 3, but the players you're watching on your screen today definitely are going to make an impact in the near future for Cedar Falls Tigers varsity athletics. Looking for an answer. Pete trails by 5. Good defense again by Holmes, not making it easy for Pete to get any breathing room. A 3, you bet. Second tray of the game for Ryan Dunlop. He's just confident when he steps up. Give him a second and he buries it. And how big was that shot? You take a 5-point lead and erase it all the way down to just 2. We're under 1 minute to go. The answer, no good. It was a close shot, but a miss nonetheless. Beautiful pass to the other side of the block. Unable to finish is Remmer. But a good job of leading the break and passing it over there. Long jumper, just missing. And here comes Olendijk trying to tie this thing up, or a 3 would give Pete the lead. Looks like they're content holding for the last shot of the third quarter. Down to 10. 10 seconds and ticking away here in the third period. Olendijk drives. 2, 1. Here's a shot. Halfway down, then pops back out. And we got a good one. 30-28 in favor of Holmes. 6 minutes remaining in regulation. A lot to cheer about, as this is a great basketball game featuring the 8th grade boys teams here in Cedar Falls, Pete versus Holmes. Great job by the cheerleaders getting this. I'm not going to say it's a sold-out gymnasium, but the only place for fans to watch is if you stand on the sidelines, because the bleachers are packed. Looked like it traveled, no call there. And then he makes the 3. Look at the instant replay. I think he took a step, but no call, and great jumper by Bryce Albaugh. A quick answer at the other end, showing the range. Kale Lozier, 33-30 is the score. We're down to the fourth quarter, so everything, every basket, every steal, every mistake is magnified exponentially here as time is dwindling down. Working the half-court offense is Holmes. They've had the lead for the majority of this second half. Not a lot of room there, but a good, strong drive by Bryce. And a foul called. That is the second foul charged against Pete. And Weimer is charged for the foul, and that is his first personal. 5 minutes to play. If you're just joining us, it's been about either a tied or a one-possession ball game right from the start. Here comes Pete up the far sideline with it. Hepp, what a move by Jackson Hepp, showing his ability to create his own shot. And it's back to just a one-point ball game, just 1 point separating Pete versus Holmes here. Holmes with the lead and the basketball. Good crossover and a foul on the ground. When these teams faced off earlier in the year, Pete won because they jumped out to an early lead. They made a lot of three-pointers, and that was the difference. But Holmes, to their credit, they kept it close because they made 15 free throws in that first meeting. Haven't seen 15 free throws combined in this game for both teams, but it could be a factor down the home stretch here. Suffocating defense applied by Pete. And if you're being double teamed, that means someone else, one of your teammates, usually is open, but it's trying to find out who it is and the best way to get them the basketball. Great defense again. There's an open look, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds, and we'll stay here. In position underneath was Cale Losher, but the ball took kind of a sharp angle, hit him off the hands. He wasn't ready for it. Ball tipped, and again, it'll stay here. 3 minutes, 46 seconds to play fourth quarter. To inbound is Cade McCann. McCann, beautiful look underneath. Strong post move by Michael White. He caught it on the right block, took that power dribble, and went up strong with the finish. Ball tipped away. Holmes had their hands on it, but Pete gets it back. Nice drive, first step. Dunlop shows he can score from the outside or underneath. He's got 8 points, and it's a 1 point ball game. Behind the arc, couple dribbles in, now resetting the offense. A 1 point ball game and a 1 point lead for Holmes. Contested shot. Little bit of contact, partially blocked. Nice job defensively by Trey Weimer, and a foul charge against Ben Cernick. That is the first foul, first personal against Cernick. Teams are tied with 3 fouls each. Ball kicked on the inbound. It'll stay Pete basketball. Upcoming games for Pete. Tuesday, they're away at Hoover on February 16th. Thursday, they host Central February 18th. And on the 22nd, they host Harvard. A flurry of activity at both ends. And how about the defense we're seeing here? I told you we're cranking it up a couple notches here in the last couple minutes. Deep three, just missing, is Jackson Hepp. In a blink of an eye, going coast to coast from one end to the other end, Tyler Lobel. And he shows his speed. 3 point lead for Holmes. Drive, tough shot, little bit of body. And they're gonna say there's a foul going for the rebound. So the foul is charged against Pete. It'll be Holmes basketball with 2 minutes, 17 seconds to play. It's a 3-point lead for Holmes, and they'll have the basketball. Well, if you're enjoying this program, make sure to check the Channel 15 program schedule. There's a lot going on all year long. You got swimming, wrestling, basketball of all ages, football, baseball, softball, even did cross country this year, of course volleyball, broadcasting some games, some matches there from Cedar Rapids. And also check out Sports Talk Following the Cats, a great show that recaps everything going on with Cedar Falls High School varsity athletics. And if you're a Panther fan, make sure to check out Panther Sports Talk, arguably the best show on television. Getting down to crunch time here. 2 minutes, 14 seconds to play. And look at that defense. If you thought they were playing stellar defense in the first 3 quarters, look what Pete's doing now. They are extending it all the way to half court. Really trying to protect and value the basketball. I don't know if they were going into a stall offense, but no one's really had an open look or even thought about putting the shot up. And with the shot clock not a factor, doesn't matter. A foul called, not a shooting foul. That is the second foul charged against Jacob Bremer. Quick pass in, beautiful pass, up and over the defender. And look at that finish. That's a textbook play. Off the sideline inbound, just lobbed it up for his big man, and he finished. And it's now a 5-point lead for Holmes. Looking for revenge, trying to avenge a 10-point loss earlier this year against Pete. 3-pointer, yes! Mercy! 11 big points for Dunlop. And Ryan Dunlop has scored 3 3-pointers and had that drive. And we got a minute and 11 seconds to play and a 2-point contest. Let's take a look at the Pete huddle here. Again, a quick look at their schedule coming up. On Monday, February 15th, they travel to Central. All games at 4 o'clock. Tuesday, February 16th, they travel to Hoover. Thursday, February 18th, they host Central. Monday, February 22nd, they host Carver. And the season ends on Thursday, February 25th, when they travel to Mason City, John Adams. Good drive, working his way inside, and now the foul. That looks like a shooting foul to me. With 63 seconds to go, we do head to the free throw line. Tyler Lobel. Tyler gets set. First free throw is short. Trying to build on a 2-point lead. Holmes up 39-37, make it 40-37. But Pete has shown they can shoot the 3-point ball and they can make them. Missing on that shot was Olendijk. Dunlop hustles after it, saves it, but it's going to be Holmes with it. And the numbers, a 2-on-1. Nice job looking up court, and a beautiful finish underneath by Cade McCann. 37 seconds to go. A travel violation called, and with a 5-point lead in the basketball. Timeout on the court. Back with the conclusion of this one right after this. This is Channel 15, Cedar Falls Community Television. The last time these two teams faced off, Pete won by 10. Holmes had a different game plan this time, really stepping up the defense and trying to make tough shots for the opponent and not throwing up wild shots, as Holmes really wanted to focus on taking quality shots. So the game plan's working. as the visitors from Holmes Junior High here in Cedar Falls has a 5-point lead. But don't go anywhere. Hold the phone. Pete has the ball. Partially blocked shot as Olendyke threw it up there. It was blocked, and it will stay. The officials got it right as Pete now inbounds. But they need points. They need points in a hurry. Dunlop, he's been red hot, just missing off the side of the rim on that attempt. And they'll say it is Holmes basketball with 19.9 seconds remaining. Obvious full court pressure applied. The other end we go. And free throws coming for Holmes with 15.9 seconds on the clock. And to the free throw line, trying to seal the deal here, is number 30, Mike White. That is the fourth personal against Trey Weimer. 7 fouls against Pete this half, 3 against Holmes. A 1-on-1 and missing the front end. Here's a 3, no good. Long rebound, tracked down by Olendyke. A double team, he's got 3 free throws, but time appears to be running out. Now anything's possible, trailing by 5. You know, Josh Olendyke could knock down all 3, make it 42-40, you get a steal, make a layup, but only 4.5 seconds here in regulation. There's one. Timeout on the court. 42-38 in an entertaining 8th grade boys basketball game here on Channel 15 Cedar Falls Community Television. Instant classic, maybe. We've brought a lot of good, exciting games to you over the years, and this one we projected before this thing tipped off that this would be decided by just a couple of points, and that is proving to be the case here. But it will take a minor miracle to have Pete come back to win. At the best case scenario, I think, just by looking at how much time is on the clock, is to somehow force overtime. Again, Olendyke has 2 more free throws remaining as he was fouled in the act of shooting a 3-point shot. He made the first. He makes the second. Do you intentionally miss? Kick it out for 3? That's one strategy. Do you make? Foul immediately. He did 3 free throws. There's the foul. And we'll go to the other end. If Ben Cernick can step up and knock down these 2 free throws, the game will be over. But if he doesn't make both, the door is open. And we have seen time and time again that Pete has several players that can knock down that 3-point shot. It's a 1-on-1 and he misses the first. Time ticking, has to get it up court. 2, 1. And that's how this game comes to an end. Holy buckets. 42-40 is the final score. A little bit of contact at the end. The officials let him play. And that, my friends, is an entertaining 8th grade boys basketball game. I don't know about you, but I'm jacked up and excited for what this class will bring next year when they're combined as freshmen and eventually when they're all playing varsity basketball for the Tigers. Hey, thanks for tuning into this broadcast. Have a good day, everyone. This is a production of Channel 15, Cedar Falls Community Television.